Welcome to the weekend edition of the King Mo Show. So, even though I've learned about January, I'm so far into dry January, I'm just going to stick with it. So today I am going to make some sodas. I'm not going to call them mocktails because people weren't happy with the way I mocked mocktails. But you can make sodas at home. Torani syrups, there's a bunch of other different types of syrups out there. All you need is some of that, your glass. So I'm going with a blood orange, which is, ooh, that was a little bit more than I wanted. Get your splash of your syrup in there. Club soda. Splash of that. Now, you need to give it a swirl because as you can see, it's all at the bottom. But you don't want to swirl too much because then you lose your fizz. So I don't think I did a good job on my swirl because it's still at the bottom. But even with that little swirl, because I ended up putting in so much of the syrup in here, it tastes good. So that you can make the soda however you like. If you want lots of flavor, you throw in a lot, like I ended up doing. If you want a little flavor, like seltzers that have zero flavor, you just put in a little bit. But you can control it. And it's tasty. And it's probably cheaper than buying sodas. Now, if you want a Diet Coke, or actually there are diet versions of these too, but I don't think you can get Coke flavored syrups, but there's a lot of other flavors of syrup. Then I started thinking, essentially, this is just a sugary flavoring. Here I have some pure Ohio maple syrup, and I got my Ohio shirt on. Can I make a soda with this? I don't know. And some like really thick, dark colored syrup. It's one of the food groups, according to Elf. Buddy the Elf. I don't know if this one's going to work. Just putting a little bit of this in here because it's so thick. I don't know if I'll get it to mix together well. Yeah, my ice is jammed in. It's a little bit mixed. It might taste good if I could get it mixed together. So you can, well, yes, you can make maple syrup at home. But you can make these syrups at home. There's lots of recipes. Essentially, it's just a simple syrup. And then you're adding in something to add the extra flavor, whether it's orange, any kind of fruit or something. Now, if you want to get really crazy, you try to make a lavender soda. I'm not going to do that this time because I've done it before. It's horrendous. It's horrendous. But Torani, any one of their fruit flavors, or geez, even some of their other ones, just like they have a caramel syrup, you can make a caramel soda. Vanilla, you could do that. Maybe hazelnut. Tons of flavor options. You can make yourself a lovely drink to have, and you can pretend you're fancy. You could put little garnishes on it or whatever. So that's all I have for you today. Have a great weekend. dry January is almost over, and I'm quite grateful for that. Cheers. I managed to get the maple syrup stirred in, and interestingly, it tastes like a cola. So, cheers.